Greetings, Earthlings. It is we, fellow Earthlings, Tom.
And Kurt Russell. I'm sorry, Galen.
It's the hair. Give him a
It's the
flip.
hair.
Give him a flip.
It's mullet time.
Lord
baby.
love a mullet. We are here to present... Oh, Disco.
Disco is also here.
Did you hear him gruffling?
Down below.
Grumbling. Here, come
Sitting
here.
at our feet.
Come here. Come here. Let him out.
I'm not containing him.
Come here.
He's choosing to sit beneath my legs like a little
He's the wind beneath your
jail
wings.
cell.
Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, 15 minutes of fume! Air horn noise, air horn noise. 15 minutes of dog hair all over my beautiful black jumpsuit. It was going to happen anyway. When we last spoke, we were reviewing, I believe, the May paintings from the recent Double Lunacy.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? It turns out we have a smattering of the June paintings. So let's just get that going. This week we're going to be bringing home the abortion fundraiser Perfumes. So we're going to do a review of that also in the near future. And basically this constant fume sniffing is going to keep us hopping, you know, like permanently. Because the lab sure do like to crank them out, and we like to sniff them. And Disco likes to watch us talk to ghosts.
It's just like...
As far as he's concerned. So everyone wins.
Yeah,
Shall we dive in?
I think so.
Okay. These are not in any particular order.
Fun, random.
Yeah, let's just chalk it up to, you know, living spontaneously. So we're going to begin with ELAINE.
Thank you, Elaine.
For
That's an Ally McBeal reference.
you elder millennials.
90s
ELAINE.
kids will remember.
Perfume by Sophie Anderson. Is this a...
You mean painting by...
What did I
You
say?
said perfume
Oh,
by Sophie.
no, she did the perfume too. So the painting is great because I don't, again, I'm not an art history expert. I took 2 community college classes. It appears to be a funeral boat.
Oh, she's not taking a boat nap?
With Lady Elaine Fairchild crossing, you know, the Missouri River. I'm just skewering this on purpose. Anyway, beautiful portrait of not a boat nap. However, and the perfume notes say, a handful of lilies drifting across a flowing river of russet amber, red cedarwood, cypress boughs, palo santo, and auburn musk.
Okay.
Sounds beautiful. What a way to go. If you have to, you know, have your body carried on a boat in front of everyone, why not? Oh, wow. Okay.
Thank you, Elaine.
Russet is such a great word to describe this. I'm definitely getting, an aquatic note. So just so people know that the river of is like, there is a scent of a river.
The river is there.
Scent of a river.
The river is present.
However...
this is like a river in the woods. I'm smelling...
A river in the woods. This is like a river in the woods. Groundbreaking.
I mean, it's just very woody, too.
I'm getting... It's like a little woody. It's a little floral. It's a little ambery. It's a little
earthy,
aquatic.
yeah.
It's kind of got like... It's got a lot of dimensions. I'm not going to be able to do this justice without, you know, actually putting it on the skin because... Right now, it's funny that it says lilies because I am kind of getting a weird like water lilies mental image, but that could just be my own, you know, brain fog. You don't get to lick this, Disco, because it says lilies, and I have no idea if that means that it is poisonous to animals. But we're just going to. Oh my God! He just kicked me. He just like rabbit kicked me, like right in the like.
I want to smell it.
Groin adjacent area. I think he was just getting comfortable.
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is so... Okay. This is like as grand and elegant as would befit a woman who is taking a boat nap. It's funny because, you know, people say dirt nap, like if you're like buried, you know, you're taking a dirt nap. But I like how like boat nap is when you're like...
She naps with the fishes
buried at sea. Yeah. Above the fishes, though.
She's not on a boat. This, in a way, I mean, it's very different, but it reminds me of the Dead Blonde scent that we do, just because of that aquatic floral.
This is more old-fashionedy, though, because some of that has like a bit of a coconut and like a mall child scent, and this is
For
more
sure.
like
This is not.
this is
like,
her great grandmother
who never went to a mall and died on a boat, or was carried out on a boat.
died close enough to a boat to where it made sense to, carry her on one.
We got to get rid of her somehow.
Yeah, I mean, it's elegant, it's airy, It has like a kind of like some of these like darker, more somber notes just kind of give it like a funereal tone, I think. And
Yeah.
pardon any tripod shakes that there's a Pomeranian frisking about the legs of the tripod. We need to get like a hoop skirt for our tripod. It just feels like she, has earned it.
Yeah. She needs like a protective sphere.
I like that this is like suggestive of like an aquatic perfume, but it doesn't go like full tilt.
Yeah.
Like,
I know the water is there.
still,
but it's not overpowering.
if you're afraid of the marine notes though, or can't do it, or it goes like full Irish Spring on you, or whatever reason, you need to know that it's in here, and it might fuck with your good times. So, not everyone is made for life on the river.
Yeah.
So who else we got? Spring. Now this is the one that we didn't have last time, and now we do, so why not just throw it in, right?
Yeah.
Spring.
Spring. It's a wonderful thing.
Okay, so Spring, perfume. I'm sorry, I did it again. Spring, painting by Lawrence Alma Tadema. Lovely long vertical panel painting of just like a bunch of revelers, hanging out on a staircase. Doesn't seem very safe. But
Is this like a parade? Are they like marching somewhere? Or are they just hanging?
For sure. But like, they're like, they could just be parade adjacent or pre-parade. A vibrant cascade of May flowers swirled with incense smoke. I had that one confused with the one that had the marble note in the last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like very marbly in there, but apparently the marble is just not a scent component like it was in the other one. Oh. Upon first guess, I would have said that this was maybe fruity.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. It smells fruity.
It might have something buried in there like that, which makes sense. I mean, like festival, cornucopia, plenty. Disco, did you lose your pig under the table? Go get it. Go get it. Like, it's almost as fruity as it is floral to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. It's also just like it's not like super sweet, I think, if you smelled it on your own, but compared to what we just smelled, it's like definitely a hairpin turn into a sweeter floral. That might be what's goosing me up here. So I'm gonna put a little dot on here. I'm not really reading the incense in the bottle. This is breezy. It's like definitely like a lovely kind of like warm weather floral.
There's like a nice kind of heat in it. Yeah.
I wish I could pick apart the notes. I think there might be a little bit of honeysuckle in it. I want to say sweet pea.
Just directly into.
It's just like I'm sure
This
that
is when-
like all of the great filmmakers of the past had to deal with a Pomeranian just like hurling itself at their tripod.
When I'm at work and doing shipping and stuff and I bring him in, he tends to bring the pig right under my feet.
Yes.
And just keep batting it into my feet as I'm like working, and I'm like, all right, anywhere but here. And anyway, Spring.
Pomeranians love trouble. There's like, okay, so
What is this incense smoke? Are you picking it up at all, or?
I mean, a bit. I was gonna say before I forget that while I said it's a good warm weather floral, there is something kind of cool about it, and that's what I meant. Like there's like, I don't know if it's like like a freesia.
Yeah, some kind of breezy.
Yeah, breesia.
Breezy.
Breesia. Breesia night Pulliam. It's a sandalwood. I'm guessing sandalwood. Are you getting it yet?
Okay, that would.
Knuckle.
That smells completely different on you. Here.
It's a sandalwood. It's like a nice light creamy sandalwood underneath
I am figuring
some
that out.
very like delicate pale florals.
Hi buddy, I love you very much. And
Here, you wanna come up?
It is not playtime.
He can come up over here. Come on.
Oh, I know. He's trying to play. He's not trying to come up.
I know, but come here. He really is like, now is the
We are
playtime.
filming.
Okay. This is not the Pomeranian variety hour. Now we're gonna do CLYTIE. Okay. Painting by Frederick Leighton. You know, I want to act it out. It's like a woman who is like robed and supplicating herself to what appears to be like the morning sky, like like very dramatic. Like
it's a sun salutation.
This is like what like while I'm waiting for the coffee to be made.
She said, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah, she did. I mean, she is non-blonde.
Right.
The scent is...
I have to assume that's what she's saying.
Moroccan amber streaked with white peach, velvet green moss, ambergris, blackened cardamom, incense smoke, and crushed pomegranate seed. Disco, he's like actively growling.
Stop.
Come here. Come here.
You're so silly.
You're like murdering us live on camera. Come here. Come up here. Come on. Yes. Okay. So will you open it? And I'll be the palm wrangler. Sit. Wait. I'm like bribing a dog to get through. You know, must be what it's like for parents of like a toddler, like trying to like bribe your toddler to stay quiet during your like divorce hearing. I mean, I just imagine.
Here's
CLYTIE.
perfume.
Well, I was so distracted when I read the notes that I have to revisit.
Right.
And I have dog treat fingers, which is a real... I don't think Frederick Leighton really worked that into his vision. Okay, so in the bottle I'm getting a bit of peach, the moss. I mean, I'm kind of getting a little of everything here, actually. Yeah. It's much easier. The spring one was harder to track. We had way little to work with in terms of description. That was a much tougher Carmen Sandiego case. With this one, it's really all here. I'm getting the pomegranate even. It's got a bit of that just like wonderful fresh greenness, like a fresh dark greenness from the moss. Some of the, and then like a really like a dark fruitiness. And then this like incense, which is unreal. I almost immediately went to just like put it on all over, which is a good sign because it means I was in my brain, I had already accepted it. I wasn't testing it anymore. I was just applying it. A mossy peach. A rolling peach gathers no moss, but this one did.
Really interesting. And then like the way that the ambergris changes how you think it would smell. I don't know. I don't know if I've really encountered an ambergris and a peach together before.
Certainly not in any fruit salad that I've served.
That's really interesting. It's got this like earthy, mossy,
so gorgeous,
some like spiciness from the cardamom.
This is something worth getting up for in the morning and then just being like, This is how I imagine people sitting in front of their BPAL cabinets, like in the morning, or like your Rubbermaid or whatever is storing your business. The cardamom is restrained. It's not like super spicy. It's been blackened practically out of existence.
Yeah, but there is some spice, a trickle of spice.
Just a trickle of white Pomeranian hair. I can tell the incense is just like rising up off of this now. Mm-hmm. It's really just like, I love the darkness of this. Like anytime that you've got something like an ambery peach and then you like murk it up, the result is just like unforgettable. And I'm really hoping that the murk is what stays because like peach scents are abundant. There are a lot of different ways to do that, and if you want to smell like peaches, there's just so many options. I don't know another way to smell like this. I want that moss to hang out. I want that dog hair to go away. I can't have everything that I want. Could end up being my hair. I'm like the customer that complains at the restaurant about finding like a hair in my egg salad sandwich and it just like fell off my own head. It's what I want is to be able to complain. You know? Do you see a hair?
No, but like, I mean, I have this problem myself all the time where I'm like, is that a dog hair in my eye? Is that my hair?
Yeah.
Is nothing there?
Is it just, am I nuts? Am I nuts? Am I nuts eating cigarette butts? Oh my god, this is so gorgeous and I'm going to wear this a lot. I'm actually, okay, so I sniffed it in the bottle before and I kind of got the peachy, whatever. And
Silence.
I kind of like was like, yes, you know, been there. I want to go there a little more often. Beautiful. And having recently been through a June, you know what it is that I keep seeing? I figured it out. We can keep this in the video just for posterity. The thing that I'm seeing trembling here is a reflection from the crystal of my earring onto my skin.
Your wrist.
So every time I bring my wrist up, I see this kind of like wobble light in the edge. And then I start like freaking out.
Yeah.
And it is a reflection.
You can't see it, but I did, and it checks out.
You see it?
I do, yeah. I can see it reflecting.
Oh, thank God. Well,
mystery solved.
We should just end the video right here. Just kidding, we have 3 more scents. The
OBSEQUIES
of an Egyptian cat. This looks like the kind of painting that you would expect us to just adapt like anytime. June is not required. And then it's a painting by John Reinhard Wegelin, and it appears to show an Egyptian person at worship, and they are worshiping a cat. Is that what I'm hoping? Is that what's going on here? Where's the cat? Yes, I see it. It's like a cat mummy or a cat idol.
Oh yeah.
Got it. So that's what we're worshiping today. Sorry, Disco, it's not your day. Sweet myrrh, saffron, red labdanum, ambrette seed, terebinth resin. I love that. Damascus rose, honey, cardamom, and cacao-infused patchouli. Just hearing the words cacao-infused patchouli feels like a magic spell.
Nicole Kidman clap. I'm really excited about this one.
Okay. Wow, again,
oh my God.
Hairpin turn away from where we just were. Disco. Quiet. Wow. She's a dry beast. As much as it says sweet myrrh, you've got like honey. In the bottle, this is not a super sweet perfume. It's like smoky and dry and full of spice and enchantment. Come on.
Wow.
It smells kind of gritty. Come on up. Resinous, of course.
Very resinous. The labdanum is
actual resin. Come on.
Strong.
Come on up.
Oh my God.
Come on up.
The saffron.
Here, hold this. I'm going to try and put him on the pillows behind me and see if he settles down. There you go.
It smells so much different in the bottle than on the cap. I'm getting more of the myrrh.
Give me this.
And the honey.
Give me that. That terebinth resin is just unbelievable. So, I don't know the historical context about, I'm sure, our perfumer knows more than I about like how this plays into actual Egyptian mythology and worship, but for we heathens, ignoramuses, oh my God, it just gets crazier on the skin. There's like something like lightly, almost like I want to say acidic astringent, which I think is the terebinth. I'm not getting any rose or honey or cardamom or cacao, because that almost sounds like Lupercalia-esque. Maybe that will be there soon. I'm getting the myrrh, the saffron, the patchouli. It reminds me a little bit of Eve from Only Lovers Left Alive.
I was going to say that just based on reading the ingredients. I was like, I have a feeling this is going to smell like Eve, because that Eve's got myrrh, saffron, rose, honey in it.
This is like, I think, a little... that Eve I remember as being a little sweeter than this.
Yes.
This definitely smells of the tomb.
Yeah.
The rose is coming out. I feel like I'm like a War of the Worlds radio announcer, just like giving like a blow-by-blow as like events are unfolding. Fascinating. I famously have difficulty with honey notes in a perfume, but this is like so light on it that I don't even think it would register until like, or maybe later, I don't know, we'll see. But it's just got like this kind of like really nice, warm, rich tapestry of scents, and then smells, but you can smell the walls. It's so crazy.
Yeah. To me, this is like a little bit of like, it's like Eve with the cat from Coraline, because that one's like a very, there's like honey. It's a it's a different scent, but that honey and the muskiness of it.
But what I love about the rose and the honey here is that that's where you get this element of like the outside world, like something like alive or recently alive, something organic, like amidst all of this kind of like dry, dusty, grit. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
I really love this one.
It has a real religious quality, which I find just strangely moving. Yeah, the rose and the myrrh are definitely coming out on the skin. So if you're like worried about the myrrh or the rose, you will get there eventually. There's just no avoiding it. It's just like, again, I mean, I smell some of these when they come home. Like, I'll just give them a cursory sniff in the bottle just to see if there's anything. I mean, I probably had a really boring day and I need, a thrill. Nothing that I smelled superficially in the bottle prepared me for this journey. I can see it's going a bit like the crumbly powdery. But again, you just get a sense of like kind of dust that settled over everything.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I really love it. All right. I'm wearing that this week.
Yeah, we're going to have to fight over it. So we're moving on to Flaming June. Frederick Layton again. Flaming June, otherwise known as Pride Month. Very funny. Skin musk kissed by diaphanous folds of sheer blood orange, neroli, sheer white amber, and tangerine. Okay.
All right.
It's a fruit of a different color. And the painting, of course, is a woman who is just like reclining in diaphanous folds, is like, as it was said here.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, I mean, she seems like just resting, like she's had a nap, like she went to the flea market and came home and then passed out. I do that all the time.
She like tried on the dress she got at the flea market and immediately fell asleep
in it, which is not a good idea. You should probably wash it first.
Right.
But, or maybe she's just getting ready for her boat nap. I don't know. Pre-gaming. But we've got a lovely skin musk, amber, neroli, citrus situation going here. And Frank,
oh
like,
wow, okay.
This is a scent that just like throws open the door and moves into your brain. It's like, well, I'm here and you can't pay attention to anything else. It's a real Cat in the Hat syndrome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this is buzzy.
Yeah, I mean the neroli is like has its own kind of orange blossomy intensity. I love how not overly sweetened up this is because it can so easily go like creamsicle.
Right. That's kind of what I was expecting. I thought it would be a little bit more, which I would have been fine with, but I like where this is going.
Yeah, I mean it has a real kind of elegance. There's like a seriousness, like you could wear this to like an important luncheon,
I'm excited to see how the amber comes.
And then fall asleep.
Because I'm not getting it.
In a corner.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Is that a nap chair?
It's really hard for me to disentangle the musk and the amber in a blend like this because they're serving a similar purpose, which is to warm it up and sweeten it up slightly and give it a kind of a pulse, like a heartbeat. And already that skin musk amber is kind of like stepping forward and flattening out kind of that intense trumpet blast of neroli and orange and tangerine that we got right out of the bottle. So it is very tempered. It's still not like going in a creamsicle direction.
No.
But I'm definitely...
Yeah, it got sweeter on me.
Yeah.
That did take a second though, because I was like trying and I even rubbed it in a little bit more thinking like, all right, well, come on now.
Come on now.
And
Tame
then,
that tange.
I got it.
It's truly tamed.
Oh, I do like that amber.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is,
Wow.
It's like watching the milk, like, swirl up in a cup of tea kind of situation, and then the entire thing becomes that.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how much the sharpness of the citrus gets, like, blunted. Tamped down. Tamp that tange.
Oh my god, delightful.
Yeah. This is an incredible, it feels like an incredibly intimate scent. You know what I mean? Like, it really just has this, like, weird, warm, inviting, like, smelling someone right here kind of thing. So if someone is smelling you right there, and then that's what it smells like, then you've basically just, like,
Whoopee.
you're serving platonic ideal. of being smelled on the neck in June.
Flaming
June.
She is serving platonic ideal.
Yes. What more can someone ask?
So delightful.
So delightful.
I'll wear it for 50 years.
You will too. The last one we have today is called Creating the World. Stanislaw Ignacy Witkowicz.
Well, anyway.
Is it Russian? Is it Czech? I don't know. I don't do research. I just show up dressed like this and refuse to be embarrassed about it. Scorched cedar wood, vanilla husk, Italian bergamot, dried red fruits, indigo, leather, and red oud. Now this painting is a really like protoplasmic kind of like abstract vision of like a kind of a Garden of Eden, except for everything like is done in like a spin art kind of way.
Yeah, it's like, are those dinosaurs?
It's like, you know, no one was around to tell God that you shouldn't do this. You know, God was just like freestyling. Didn't have a comment section.
Give me a beat.
Now, the great thing about this is if there is a creator, the whole internet stands as like the Akashic Records, where there's like basically a whole comment section of 1-star reviews. Okay, so you got your cedar, vanilla, bergamot, dried red fruits, indigo, leather, red oud. It's so hard for me. I know what all those things smell like. I can't conceive in advance what the blend is.
How will it be together?
And how it relates to the painting. It turns out the indigo is really load-bearing here in terms of connecting it to the artwork, I will say. That's where you get that like deep, unfathomable blue coolness creeping in. The fruitiness is really interesting because it's like, what are the fruits? That's like our forever question. What are the fruits? Could have been like the...
They're so dry, they're so red.
Alternate name
what
of
are
this. I'm gonna guess it's often when it's dried red fruit, it's like a currant. I'm definitely getting the vanilla, and I can get a little of that red oud, which is a kind of a like an interesting like sparkle.
Yeah, the red
like
oud is like more of a sweet oud.
A tart sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
Not picking up the leather yet. I'm gonna slap some on, and I'm gonna roll up my prodigious mesh sleeve for this, just to make sure I have some clean real estate here and don't touch it with anything that I've already contaminated. Wow. I actually want a little more of that. Very clean.
Yeah, I feel like I need more. What am I getting?
The leather is coming out a bit on the skin. Wow, how to even describe?
I know. Processing.
I mean, I just can't say like a sweet fruity leather and have it sound like really like that does any justice to what I'm going more. I need more.
There's this like the scorched cedar wood isn't too overpowering. It just adds this kind of nice like burnt wood atmosphere in there. The vanilla husk is really interesting. How like the vanilla and the indigo are tying it. I feel like they're the ones tying everything together.
Certainly in terms of like the palette for sure,
Yeah.
because you've got like this like light and dark, and you're warm and cool. You know, it really is like a whole spectrum. I think that's what makes it so difficult to describe. Is it's really working from all the different ends of the spectrum. And then again, when you look at the artwork, that makes so much sense.
It's really dreamy.
It is. It's got like a kind of a weird filmy quality. Like there's like
Yeah.
a smoky haze and like a vanilla haze.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a pleasant, smooth sweetness with like the little and even like the cedar is like part of that, except for then it's got some like little jagged edges from like the leather, the cedar, and the oud.
Yeah.
Just to kind of keep it from being too friendly, you know?
Yeah.
Too safe. It reminds me a little bit of the Black House perfume that I like, which is a kind of a lavender version of this. And is a little darker, I think, and creepier. But it's still got that kind of like velvety, like you know, miasma.
Mm-hmm.
The formlessness of this painting is like represented in the perfume, like to a crazy extent.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating. But it and also does have like, I mean, it has a kind of a cleanness and a brightness that is really welcome, I think, in something that also contains scorched cedar wood and leather, so there's like a real complexity.
Yeah.
It gives it like a really old-fashioned smell, like I'm getting like Sweetwater and Westworld vibes.
Oh.
That's what I'm getting. This is like what it smells like in Dolores' bedroom when she wakes up every morning over and over
Creating
again.
the Westworld.
Ah, there it is.
No, I get it. I get it now.
Wish we had done Westworld perfumes. Anyway, bygones. That's all 6 that we have to smell today. Disco is sulking off to the side because he has correctly intuited that now is not a good time for anyone to play with him, which means he must be terrible and unloved.
He's not.
I'm sorry, Disco, but the people are not here to see you, only you. And if 15 minutes of tussling with a Pomeranian and a pillow, just, you know, I guess people would probably click it, but it doesn't get the job done. So, do any of you already have these? Some of the double lunacy perfumes have been in the mail already, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So some of you might have them. I'm always interested in knowing when people have different perceptions of stuff than we do, because there are a lot of people out there watching who are much more kind of experienced or have different levels of expertise with scent, especially particular notes. And we are by far the last word on what something smells like, or how to pronounce a word, or what's really happening in a painting. So,
Yeah.
you know, I like being the first word. It's like we showed up and we talked about it, you know, we got the conversation going, but like there's no sense of authority, really. We just have eyes and noses and like what's left of brains.
There's something up there.
A mullet.
Oh, yeah.
You might be more mullet than brain at this point. But
Yeah.
you know, that's what happens when you move to California. So
That's fine.
we will be back at you early next week.
Yeah.
And, you know, renewed by the, you know, our common cause of smelling literally everything and talking about it. How's that sound?
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Well, then you have a wonderful week.
Yeah.
That didn't mean to sound sarcastic. I mean it. Have a wonderful week.
Bye.